Thanks for joining me. Earth signs. Okay, so if we get a pentacle card coming up in this reading, that's going to be very close to you guys because basically all the earth signs are relating to the pentacles. Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. We've got a 3-card tarot spread for you guys. I am using the Starman Tarot, which has been a great deck to use. Very, very colourful indeed. We'll be moving on to something else in the next lot of readings because I like to cycle the cards, I like to keep it interesting. But let's go and let's ask for the first card in this 3-card spread for the signs of Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, the earth signs. I'm sorry this is a bit on the late side. We're into late April here. I should have done these much earlier. But everything's changed and I have been out constantly gardening, digging in the garden because that's how I try and make my reality keep pace with everyone else's reality as things stand at the moment. So let's put those there and we'll turn over the top card and it's number 5. It is the Hierophant, the Hierophant. Now, this kind of represents a priest or priestly values, but this is your inner priest, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Okay, this really is all about what's inside you, what's within you. You're all very grounded signs, and I'm sure you've got your feet firmly on the ground. Rather difficult to do that as we're in this situation we're in at the moment, and life is so different. But I just know you guys will have some down-to-earthness about you somewhere. If you're worried about that, just visualise those roots going down into the earth, taking a firm hold, and just being so strong that you can't be kind of moved, can't be pushed over, can't be knocked over, and you can only really change if you actually want to, and the change is taking you in the direction you want to go in. Because we all come to this earth with a mission, with a ministry, you might say, because we've got the Hierophant here. So what is your ministry? What can you do? Not just for other people, but for the world. And most importantly, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, what can you do for yourself? This is at a very spiritual level, at a very inner level. I always think of the hermit when we get the Hierophant coming up, actually, because it is all about looking inside yourself. You know, that's what the third eye is for. That's what it's all about. In the background here, I've got all these beautiful trees, and they're just kind of, they've gone a bit further than coming into bud. They're really kind of coming alive for the summer now. The leaves are beginning to grow. So what leaves are you growing, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn? I know you'll grow them better if you're more grounded and if you've got your roots into the ground. So let's have a look specifically at this card. I like to turn them around because I can't see them all that well in the camera screen there. Okay, lots of fantastic colours here. I almost think I'm seeing writing down at the bottom here. Not where there is writing, but this pink stuff just above it. I can't kind of quite work out what that means, but we see that in a lot of cards in this deck. It says the writing's on the wall, but the writing's going to be different for everybody, so there's no point me telling you what the writing says. You've got to work that out for yourself. You're going to need some spiritual advice. Now, if you need to go to a guru or someone, then go ahead and do that. You know, do ask questions. If I can help you at all, give me an email, 35and83@gmail.com, and I'll do what I can for you. Readings available as well. By the way, I'm always doing readings. That's what I do all the time. So, you know, if you'd like a personal reading, give me a shout. There is a small fee involved, but it's a really small fee, especially at the moment when everyone is stuck at home. Now, there is loads and loads of gold in this card, but there's also these kind of emerald coloured things shooting off at the side. This looks like the healing... Excuse me, this looks like the healing energy is trying to fly away from you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So do, you know, be conscious of wanting to hang on to that. Intent is everything in these matters. We've also got kind of an animal totem down here as well. What's your personal animal totem, eh, guys? That is different for everyone. I'm using green screen and I've just noticed that you can see through large chunks of this card, but the bits you can see through are meant to be green, okay? That's always fun using green screen. So that's the Hierophant. Some advice is needed, and you will find that the decisions you need to be actually thinking about making at the moment will almost make themselves. You know, you just got to think, and you've got to go within yourself. That's what the third eye is for. So if you're doing a chakra meditation, meditate on that third eye, think in that direction. Okay, so let's have a shuffle and ask for card number 2 in this 3-card spread for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. What will this card be, I wonder? Oh, blimey, dropped them all over the place. Okay, let's pick them up again. And what have we got? And this time It is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is a great card. This shows that kind of you can see through it again. Wherever you can see through it, guys, it's green. I must sort something out. I must like start using a white screen or a red screen or something. Oh dear, who knows? But there you go. Things are confusing all the time, always. And whenever we look at these mystical signs, there is always something behind what we're being shown, and there is always something of it that we have to work out for ourselves. That is part of the journey, guys. Any good teacher will work by kind of not just telling you things, but actually asking you things. If you're aware of Eton College in London, which is supposed to be one of the best British universities, they always work by asking the students questions rather than telling them things just off the cuff, because that way people actually learn better and the information goes in better. So there are things you need to learn for yourself. And as I was saying with number 5, the Hierophant there, those things are actually within you already. You need to be looking inside you for answers. Now, this card is all about kind of crafting things as they are now into a situation where you can actually go forward with them, where things can be improved and things can be good in that sense. I'll just move this to the other side so we've got different things shining through it and you can look at it from a different way. But that's the thing, if things are good, guys, when things are bad, we often try and look at things in a different way, in a new light. Well, it's worth doing that when things are good as well, because, what is that goodness all about? You really need to work it out, because you actually really need to be aware of that in your heart and your soul. Could you turn things around and make them even better? Could you turn things around and stay the same? If so, go for it, because, variety, as they say, is the spice of life. It's always good to have change. Life is change. You just don't want any change for the worse. But hey, it's a gamble. You never know how that is going to go. But if life stops being change, if we fear change, if we don't go forward and embrace the change that's coming in all around us all the time, we're never going to get very far. Fact of life. But it's the Seven of Pentacles. It shows that progress is good, things are going well, but a little something is missing. Have you left people behind? Think about the All About Eve song where I say, what will she do when she finds she's left someone behind? We go forward and we think, well, we've got to leave the past behind, and that is true, and that is very wise. But what is in the past that is maybe still of value, that you maybe still need to hang on to? 7 is a magic number, guys. You can bring it back, even if you think you can't. Okay, so think about what might be missing. Okay, that sounds kind of negative, doesn't it? But it's not. It's all positivity, because it is all about trying to bring things back into being, trying to make things good. And look, mountains of golden light all around the character here. So it is going well. You can afford to kind of take one step. If you've taken 7 steps forward and you take 1 step back, that's not too bad. It's 7 steps forward, 8 steps back is what we want to avoid. But don't be afraid to take 1 step back. There is absolutely nothing wrong at all with doing that. What we've got here doesn't show terribly well, but let's bring it up. And you can see the trees through it. You can probably see me through it. No, you can't actually. Well, that's a bonus, isn't it? Right. But it's like a crystal city, It's like made of clear quartz obelisks, what we're looking at there. And it actually points to a great deal more gold in the sky. But it's kind of mystical, kind of spiritual gold that you can't see in a totally solid way. It is pointing up, though, and all of the spiritual things that we can do in this life are pointing us upwards all the time. It's the only way to go, really. If you look at the trees and the scene around me here, we've actually got some on this side. They're not dead, they just haven't come into leaf yet. They take a bit longer than these ones. So, that is the nature of nature itself. You don't actually have to be making progress all the time just because other people are. And often standing still is allowing you to make that progress, because these ones over here are going to make much faster progress when they come through, because they're gathering the energy as they stand there. On the other hand, this one is getting down to it already, and because of that, things are going to be good for this tree. So, there are so many different ways of looking at it, so many different ways of doing these things and dealing with the inevitable changes of life. So earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, put those roots down like both of these trees and grow and develop in your own way. But the 7 of Pentacles is telling us make sure you're bringing everyone or everything along with you that you need to. You know, we get nowhere by being an island. On the other hand, sometimes we have to cut cords. It's up to you. It really is, because this is very, very personal to you. Okay, so now let's turn over card number 3, the outcome card in this reading for the Earth signs Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do check out my channel. There are hundreds, over 600 readings on there at the moment. If you're drawn to one, it is for you, no matter what. And here's a good one to end things with. This shows things are definitely moving forward. It's number 15, and it is the Devil card. Okay, a powerful image there, but this isn't the devil in a satanic sense as far as I'm concerned. That is not how I work. I'm always looking to the love. I'm always looking to the light. But goodness me, a bit like the Death card where no one's going to die, the Devil card is not to be ignored, and it shows that great change needs to happen. The Death card tends to show that change has happened already. This is about change needing to happen, and it's actually further along the journey than the Death card. So you guys have gone through a lot, I'm sure. Maybe you've gone through that death of the old self, birth of the new thing. I wouldn't be at all surprised, actually. Different strokes for different folks. The most important thing about any of these readings is what it means to you. But here we have the Devil, and these characters are going to have to go one way or the other, and they're probably going to be told which way to go. They're probably not going to have a great deal of choice in that. Now, we can see behind the Devil a formation that looks to me, as I look just in this reading now, what this card says to me is that is an eye. It's like the third eye. Look inside yourself, okay, and actually listen to your dreams. Listen to what's going on in your meditations. If you don't meditate, close those eyes. Breathe deeply and do some meditating, guys, okay? That's important for you guys, because you're so grounded. Sometimes we think that by being grounded we can't fly to the higher chakras. We can't kind of benefit from all the angelic stuff going on at a higher level because we're grounded. But that is not the case. The more you ground yourself, the more protection you have, the further you can actually fly, spiritually speaking. So a strong message there. The third eye is really all around the Devil there. So whatever you're being directed to do, whatever you might even feel pushed into doing, think about the third eye, okay? But don't ignore that impetus to keep moving forward, because it's come in for a reason. It's come in because it's the truth. And on that note, Earth signs, I'm going to end this one. Thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell. Choose all notifications. That's the way to go, because I will be back very soon with more readings. I've done so much digging in the garden and stuff now. I'm just about ready to get back to life, back to reality, and keep on pumping the readings out as I do. I'm doing this in a new moon week, so it's all fresh. It's all new energy. Have a great time, guys. Leave me a comment. We will share the journey, because I enjoy doing that, and it helps me zero in to who I'm doing readings for. Have a great time ahead. I'll be back soon with more. Peace.